What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have Moreirense in the Taca de Portugal Final. So we have our first chance to win the Taca de Portugal, and this is probably going to be our best chance to do it. Benfica got knocked out earlier. We knocked out Porto. If you didn't see last episode, we also won the league for back-to-back seasons. My only two full seasons at the club, we have won the league, so that's huge. This game, we are in a final. This is probably our best chance of winning it because Benfica is not going to get knocked out by inferior teams. I think it was a second division team that actually knocked them out. That's not going to happen very often, so we need to take advantage of it. We need to win this competition for this save. It's one of the goals, so why not do it now? So that's coming up, and then after that, we'll do a season review and look forward to the offseason and starting our third season at the club where we're looking to be a little bit more competitive in the Champions League. We did all right getting to the quarterfinal, but Liverpool are obviously a level above us, and if we're going to win that competition, that's the quality of team we're going to have to be able to beat. So we need to be better so we can actually do it. Nothing really left in the schedule. Like I said, no games have been played. We just showed the last game of the league season. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's get into the team selection we got for this match. It's going to be basically a full first team. I think basically everyone's available. The only injuries to is Gaio, and he's only out for like one more day, or he's returning tomorrow, and he's fit, so he's going to be on the bench. Other than that, Plata's got a little bit of a knock, but that's not a huge loss. We don't really use wingers. He can play attacking midfield, but we don't need him. So, yeah, it's fine. So it's going to be the expected lineup. Sesko's been great recently, and Ronaldo up top. Tabata, who's had a great season. Gonzalez, hopefully he can continue from here, and maybe next season he can be a little bit better, but I don't know. He's going to start next to Nunez, though. Palhinha playing great at defensive midfield. Bergman Johannesson, Inacio Caceres, Aguilar, and Hugo Souza, who's been tremendous. I want to show his numbers in the data hub to show just how good he's been. He's not played a lot for us. Obviously, he's only played like half the season, but he's been very good in that half of the season. So we'll show that after this match, though. But let's get into it. I want to win this competition, obviously. Like I said, I think this is our best chance. It's Moreirense. They finished 10th in the league. We should be winning this. So let's do it. Go and win that trophy and show everyone what we're capable of. To win a league and cup double would be a magnificent achievement. And you all deserve it for the hard work you put in this season. But it won't be given to you. Moreirense want this as much as we do. You're going to have to go out there and earn it. Give it your all. Trust in your teammates. And if we play to the level we're capable of, we'll be the ones celebrating it full time. Can you reveal how you'd be instructing the Sporting boys to play? I will make sure that we're tight at the back and build from there. Like how I always play. Will we see any changes to your first team lineup for the big match? This is the team that got us here. They deserve to play. You got to go full strength. There's no games left, so you might as well. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. They're in pretty good form. I don't think I know any of their players. They have an Escaio is right back at well. I don't know if he's his brother or something. Possibly. But we've got Ronaldo. That is the danger man. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's better than anyone, like all their other players on their team combined, probably. So we need him to step up and win us this final. We're going to have a highlight from a corner 4 minutes in. It's going to be Inacio. It's not going to be Ronaldo. He went for it too, but Inacio gets on the end of it. He has been a monster from set pieces this year. Like he's not like a physically imposing player. He's 6'2", 6'3", decent jumping reach, decent heading, but he's been doing everything. He's been so good, and he gives us the lead 4.5 minutes in. And that's how you start it. First shot, first goal. And we're going to have another highlight, a throw-in from Bergman Johannesson down this left-hand side. He's going to get it back and look to run down the line. Finds Ronaldo. Might look it back for Bergman Johannesson. Ronaldo's not in the box, but Sesko is. And Sesko heads it home. I really didn't want this to be nervy. I'm glad to see us get off to a good start. 7 minutes in, 2-goal lead. Is that our only 2 shots? Did we score on our first 2 shots? We had another shot in between, so not FMing them. We deserve this. Sesko, good header. He should probably win more headers than he really has this season. He's not scored a lot of headed goals for a guy that's 6'5". His jumping reach and heading aren't insane, but still, he's 6'5". That should be enough. Another highlight, and it's going to be a goal kick from Hugo Souza, and there's the 6'5" man heading it onto Ronaldo, and he misses? Ronaldo, how do you miss that? That prime Ronaldo scores that every day of the week. Great header on from Sesko, and Ronaldo gets on the end of it. I want to see more of that, because we've got the ability with both players to be able to head it on to their teammate. Bergman Johannesson looking for another assist, and so he's going to go back to Mateus Nunez, and they're going to play between each other a couple of times until Nunez puts in a ball. Tabata heads it, but it's going to go off the post and out for a goal kick. It's been a lot of highlights to start this game, and it's just highlight after highlight. 14 minutes in, we are looking to just absolutely thrash them right now. We want to show that we deserve to be here. We deserve to win this competition. We deserve to win the league and cup double. And Sesko's going to get a brace. I said it was going to be Ronaldo that's going to win us this competition, but it looks like it's going to be Benjamin Sesko. I mean, that's good to see for the future. Ronaldo's 39. Sesko's like 20. And he's got ridiculous potential. Ridiculous. He's like just such a ridiculous player. Like the ideal striker. He's fast. He's tall. He's strong. Good technically. Good mentally. He could be a superstar for us. And we've got him here pretty long term. Another ball in. Tabata gets cleared away. It's going to fall to Nunez, though, eventually. Pedro Gonzalez. I'd like to see him get on the score sheet. Tabata, been great to start this game. Sesko's looking for a hat trick. If Aguilar can find him, he's going to put in a cross. Looks like he's just going to go for Gonzalez. Back to Tabata, but a nice stop by their defender. But it's not going to stop. We're going to keep attacking them all game long. I want to score a lot. I mean, we've struggled for goals in a large part of this season, so I'm glad to see us actually scoring. Ronaldo from the edge, I mean, he scored a fair few of those this season. He nearly scores another. We are just absolutely thrashing Moreirense right now. We are just pummeling them. I feel bad for their goalkeeper. He's got to be godlike if he's going to get anything from this match. If we're not going to put back double digits, he's going to have a great performance. Because it's 18 minutes, and this is like our 5th or 6th highlight, and they've all been for us. Aguilar, looking for Ronaldo, got to be scoring that, but okay, I said he had to be tremendous. That was an amazing save. Ronaldo did nothing wrong there. He played that perfectly, went to the near post, but Thiago Sá did tremendously to get down and get to that. I mean, you got to give the goalkeeper credit in situations like that. That was just ridiculous goalkeeping. Looks like we're going to go into halftime with a 3-0 advantage and just an absolutely dominating performance. They've had the possession, but only slightly, and I'd say we are a little bit better on the chances. We are pretty much good for our 3 goals. 1 clear-cut chance, 6 half chances in 1 half of football. What a performance. Now we just need to not completely collapse in the second half, and we will be winning our 2nd trophy of the season. We're ahead on the scoreboard, and we definitely deserve to be, given all the chances we've created. So I'm pleased. We've been magnificent in that first half, but this is a game of 2 halves. So we're going to have to play just as good in this second half. I said before the game, I wanted you to show everyone what we're capable of. So let's go out there and make a statement. First highlight of the second half comes 56 minutes in. Currently our 2 best performers are the 2 youngest players for us on the pitch. Benjamin Sesko and Isaac Bergman Johannesson. Good to see the young guns playing well in a big final. Ronaldo actually, 7.6, he still played well, but I mean, it's been the Sesko show. But Ronaldo might look to get on the end of this one. He's going to head it against the post. He's been a little unlucky today. He's had quite a few chances, and they've just slightly been off. We're going to have another immediate highlight. Another throw in from this right-hand side. Sesko is going to pick it up. Going to go for the long shot. That's the way to score a hat trick, son. If you're going to score a hat trick, do it like that. Outside the box, an absolute rocket from Benjamin Sesko. And I think that's going to be it. I don't think they're going to come back 4-0 down with it. I don't think they have 4 shots. So I think we're good. Sesko picks this up and just rifles it into the top corner as well. What a shot. This might be Moreirense's first highlight of the match, and it's starting from a throw-in. But this might still be our highlight. We'll see. We do intercept it. Bergman Johannesson doing his defensive duties, even though he only has, 9 or 10 tackling. I think 9. But he's going to run down this flank and find Ronaldo. Ronaldo, you need to score this. Okay, he's going to go wide. I feel like he could have... Oh, he's going to give Sesko a 4th. What a game from Benjamin Sesko. 4 goals, and there's still a lot of game left. Benjamin Sesko has had his coming out party, and he's going to be huge for us. I believe he leads the team in average rating in the league this season, and he's the leading goal scorer. So, I mean, and with how young he is and how much potential he has, we could be building something pretty great here at Sporting. This front line of Sesko and Ronaldo, I know Ronaldo's not going to last forever. He's already 39, but I think he can give us a few more years at least. That partnership could be absolutely monstrous. We're going to have another highlight. It's going to be a goal kick from Moreirense, but we're going to pick it up. We're going to look to keep scoring. Pedro Gonzalez, get on the score sheet. Nice tackle, but it still falls to Pedro Gonzalez eventually. Sesko looking for his 5th. Might as well. Just every time you get a sight on goal, take your shot. You scored 4. See how many you can get. Another highlight, 78th minute. Getting close to the end of the game. Moreirense still looking for their first highlight of the game. Every time they've started with the ball, which has only been once, we've pretty immediately intercepted it. But it looks like this might actually be a Moreirense highlight. They're going to put in a cross. Andre Luis is going to win it, and I think that guy was offside. I think Whitty was offside. I don't think this one's going to count. Now we need to decide who we want to bring in for this game and give an appearance. I don't think we have anyone on the bench that's not coming back. Oh, it was awarded. Okay. He looked offside to me, but I guess he wasn't. Good job, Moreirense. You got a goal. Congratulations. See how close it was. Oh, he's definitely onside. Not by a lot, but he's definitely onside. All right, so who do I want to bring on into this match? Like I said, I don't think anyone's leaving us. Maybe Segovia. If anyone on this team leaves, it's going to be Segovia. Maybe Abisher, but I doubt it. Definitely going to keep Tomas here. He's got his new contract. I want to keep him here. So Pelini's going to have to stay on because he's our captain. I want him to lift the trophy. Other than that, I kind of want Ronaldo to stay on, even though it might not be a good idea because he could get a bad injury, and bad injury at his age could be career-ending. I'm actually talking myself into subbing off Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm actually going to sub off Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not going to risk him. It'd be stupid to keep him out there for no reason. Even though he's one of the leaders of the team, he'll understand. He's 39 years old. And then other subs, I mean, Bert Johansson's has been fantastic, but I don't really want to bring Escayo on. I didn't want to bring him on if I didn't have to, and it looks like I'm not going to have to. Let's see, I guess it doesn't really matter. I will give Segovia the appearance. I'll play him at left back. Bert Johansson can have a break. He's played a great game. Save our last sub. And there's going to be an immediate highlight, 81st minute. It's going to be starting with Moreirense again from a goal kick, and they're actually going to win the second ball. Perez, who got the assist, I believe. Well, no, he didn't get the assist. He was the one that put the ball in, but it got headed on to Whitty. He's going to look for Lonkar around the corner, but Hugo Sousa does well to pick it up. Good little... Can you call that sweeping? He was basically almost in his net still, but... It's going to look for a long ball, but Sesko can't quite win it. And it's going to be another Moreirense attack. They've kind of gotten into it here. I think we've kind of realized we're going to win this match and taking our foot off the gas a little bit. They're still going for it, trying to be respectable, but I mean, I don't think much is going to change. Tomas might have a chance for a goal. He's going to be a little bit wide, so he might look for Sesko's fifth. Instead, we're going to get a penalty, and I'm going to give this to Sesko. I want to see how many goals he can get. Right now, it would be Tabata. He's actually not one of our best penalty takers. He's actually not a great penalty taker, but do not care. Sesko is taking this pin. Or do I give it... Where is he even? Wow, Pedro Gonzalez is not a good penalty taker. I was going to say, or do I give it to Pedro just because he needs a goal? No, screw him. Sesko, how many goals can you get, son? See if you can get a double hat trick. A little bit of time left. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a penalty. It looked pretty obvious. It is. So Sesko should be taking this. He is. Benjamin Sesko. I think to get 5. I think this would be his 5th goal. Pretty sure. And he's going to get it. That's 5 for Benjamin Sesko. I want him to get a double hat trick. He's got a chance. He's got 7 minutes left in added time. Probably make our last sub here. I'm assuming there's only 3 subs in the final. I don't see why there wouldn't be. In terms of who's going to come on, I'm going to actually take off Pedro Gonzalez. He's been disappointing. Give Xavi Simmons a run out. Youngster hasn't played a lot for us this season. Everybody else on the bench has really played quite a bit, so let's give Xavi Simmons a run out. Probably not going to be a long-term option, at least for the first team, but good depth in both attacking midfield, central midfield, and he can even play defensive midfield. So he's got good versatility. I'm going to praise the team because this has been a tremendous performance. Absolutely tremendous. Looks like we're probably going to run out the clock. 32 shots, and we actually score 6 goals. Usually we're getting 32 shots and get 1 goal. Got a chance for another, though. It's Tabata actually threw on goal. Look for Sesko. Instead he goes for goal. Sesko's still in the box, though. If he can put it in, gets cleared away. Let's make sure... I don't know if it's... Might be a little bit too late to make the change, but let's make sure we're aiming for Sesko. We are. Okay. Yes. Want to make sure Sesko's the guy we're aiming for, because I want him to get his 6th. Double hat trick in a cup final would be pretty fantastic. We're looking for the back post, but it's actually Ignacio that was going to get his head on it, but can't quite win it. But still, another ball in the box, cleared away, and that's probably going to be it. We have done it. We have achieved the 2nd goal with this club. We won the league, did it last year, we did it again this year, and now we've won the Taca de Portugal. So all we have left with Sporting before we can leave for a top 5 league is to win the Champions League. That's going to be tough. But I think this team is capable. Especially if we can do it in the next couple seasons while Ronaldo is still playing one of the best, some of the best ball of his career. So yeah, I think it's definitely a chance. With Ronaldo, I don't know how different that Liverpool match would have been, but I'd like to at least know. I'd like to get to that stage again. Maybe not get Liverpool. I don't really want to play Liverpool, but play a good team and have Ronaldo available and see how we can compete. Especially if we can bring in some pretty good signings.
You did it. Enjoy the celebrations. We've worked hard for this moment. I'm proud of how you fought all season long, through the lows and through the highs, and you finished the season strong. This has been a fantastic season for us. Go off into the off season, get your bodies right, and come back hungry. Because I want to be even better next year.
Taking everything into account, how big a result is this? You know what? It's a huge result. Because it did all the things we have to do in order to win, and got our rewards. There seems to be a real buzz around the team at the minute. How far can that take you? This is the sort of thing we need to build on and take advantage of. If we can cultivate a strong team spirit, we'll be on to something special. No questions about the fact we just won a cup final 6-1. I think that's a little bit, noteworthy, but whatever. Sesko, worshipped by his fans at 20 years old. What a god. We've done the double. The board are delighted. 3 years ahead of schedule. Not my schedule. Lead Sporting to glory. Benjamin Sesko, 5 goals, a 10 rating. What a performance. The 20-year-old wonder kid. He's even gone up in star rating because of that, really. The fans love him. I would too after a performance like that. Praise Sesko. You were superb in front of goal. What a game. And now we're going to go over the season review. We're going to start with the league stats. Then we'll do the end of season review that it gives you. Let's start on team detailed. Possession, we're towards the bottom. Don't care. Actually won the most headers by a couple hundred. That's good to see. Ratio, pretty decent for how many headers we won. I mean, I'm surprised we get so few yellow cards. We did take off get stuck in part of the way through the season. And I think maybe we got 1 red card after that. So, 7, still more red cards than I like, but only 3. Nacional got 9. Porto got 5. If we go to goals, definitely a lot less than Benfica, but I think we got a little bit closer there towards the end of the season. Only was it 12 behind them? It's not too bad. We did score 21 corner goals, though. Good lord. Gonzalo Inacio. Goals per game, 2.26. Expected goals, we actually had the most expected goals. Benfica's goals over expected is absolutely absurd. 16 more goals than expected? That is bonkers. We only had 3. Kind of not very surprising. Benfica did have the most penalties, but we still had 10 penalties taken. We only scored 8, but that's better than last season. Cross completion, the best in the league. Crosses completed, the most in the league. We might have scored a few more corners than the next best team. I mean, Gil Vicente scored 1. We scored 21. I didn't realize we're such set-piece merchants. Didn't score a single direct free kick, though. 6 indirect free kicks. Pass completion is going to be low. Passes completed is going to be low. Clear-cut chances, 144. Not too far off of Benfica. Just 2 less than Porto. Had the most shots. 20 more than Benfica. But they had a lot more shots on target. So Benfica a lot more efficient than we were. Kind of backs it up with their number of goals. Shots on target ratio, not the best. Conversion rate, not mid-table. A lot of shots per game. Fouls against, second most fouled. Considering how many dribbles we have, I'm surprised we're not considerably first. That is a lot of freaking dribbles. 16 a game, basically. Lost possession, not very often. With how much dribbles we had, I mean, that's actually pretty good. Again, we were the best defensive team in the league by a margin. 11 less goals than Braga. That's kind of where I wanted to play in the mold of Jose Mourinho. Defensive first. We still scored quite a few goals, but a very good defense. 18 conceded in 34 matches. Expected goals against of 20, so we conceded less than expected. That's good. From corners, we scored 21. We only conceded 3. Direct free kicks, none. Indirect free kicks, 1. That's good. 21 clean sheets. Fouls, about mid-table. Tackles 1 ratio, or tackles 1, the highest. The ratio, second highest. Blocks, we're not going to be, bottom. Possession 1, up there, third. Porto, quite a bit. Clearances, kind of mid-table. Interceptions, actually pretty high. Conceded only 2 penalties. That's good. I had the fewest shots against. And the fewest shots on target against. None of these I don't really care about. Salary per annum, we're still third, considerably behind Benfica still. 28 million behind them, but we're getting closer to Porto. The net transfer spend, we made $86 million. So, I mean, Benfica made a lot of money too, as did Porto. I mean, that's what happens when you have really good players. You make money. Let's look at the players. Let's see. Anything to care about here? Yellow cards, João Palhinha, Bruno Tabata. Red cards, Palhinha, Santos. Player of the match is Darwin Nunez. He must have been bonkers this season. He scored a lot of goals, and we saw their goals above expected. Sesko, quite a few. 4 player of the matches. Not bad. Tabata up there. Ronaldo up there, even though he only here for half the season. Distance covered. We have anybody? No. For 90, though, Pedro Gonçalves is up there. That's good to see. Abisher, Kolo Muani. He hasn't played a whole lot. Darwin Nunez, 7.72 average rating. Good lord. Sesko, the second best average rating in the league. I mean, a lot of players up there. Tabata, Inacio, Segovia, actually. That's surprising. Aguilar, Bergman, Johannesson. Barely plays left back, but played in there this year, 21 years old. He played really well. Headers 1, Gonzalo Inacio. Wow. I said he's not massive. He's 6'2", 16 jumping reach, 16 heading. That's good. It shouldn't be that good. No one else even close, on our team at least. Possession lost. Hopefully no one. There's a region on here. Bruno Paiva. Let me look at this guy. He's a goalkeeper. Is he their starting goalkeeper? He was. They're starting an 18-year-old region goalkeeper. Potential's not that high, so I'm not too interested in him. Goals, yeah, Nunez the most. 30 goals in 31 appearances. Sesko, 11 and 20, or 11 and 13. Ronaldo, 10 and 8. Yeah, Ronaldo might be at the top of this list next year if he can play a full season. Tony Martinez and Taremi, they're 2 starting strikers, both quite a bit, even though they didn't do that well this season. Expected goals, 23, so Nunez scored 7 more than expected. Tomas, 12 expected goals. He has less than 9, or 9 or less. Yeah, I think there's definitely a weak link in our strikers, even though Tomas did lead the league in goals last year. He's not had a good season. Average minutes per goal. Sesko's 3rd. I thought he might be a little bit higher. Kyson actually pretty high on there. Don't really care about shots on target. Conversion rate. Segovia, Ugarte. Shots per 90. Tomas up there. I mean, Pedro Gonçalves have one of the most shots per 90 and score 4 goals. That's pretty pathetic. We didn't get any free kick goals. Assists. We didn't lead the league. Well, we tied with Alex Grimaldo. I think Grimaldo led the league last year too. But Tabata, 14 assists. Pretty good. Nuno Santos, 8. He didn't play a whole lot, especially towards the end of the season. So to get him to see that many is pretty impressive. Assists per 90, I'm assuming Santos is pretty high up there. Escaio, Bergman, Johannesson. Key passes, anybody? Tabata. He had the most key passes per 90. Nuno Santos up there. Bergman, Johannesson with his really good passing. Gonçalves. Clear-cut chances created. Tabata, Gonçalves. Bergman, Johannesson. I have a lot of people. Bruno Tabata, second most crosses completed. He played a lot of the season as an attacking midfielder, too. Dribbles, we should have Aguilar, actually, our leading dribbler. Wow. And the leading dribbler per 90. Who's fouled the most? No one. So we had a lot of fouls against, but not one single player got fouled a lot. I don't care about team conceded. Tackles per 90. Escaio. Okay. I wasn't actually super happy with how he played this season, but apparently defensively he's been pretty good. As has Vinagre, who does not have good tackling. Bergman Johannesson up there. Key tackles, nobody. Key headers, I doubt. Yeah, nobody. Interceptions, Caceres. Blocks, yeah. Anything else I really care about? Sousa did concede the least. Only 5 goals. 13 appearances, though. Van der Voort second, conceding 11 and 16. So, yeah, 0.38 per 90 for Hugo Sousa. And the same amount of clean sheets as Martin Van der Voort with 3 less appearances. Van der Voort wasn't terrible, but that one mistake. Good lord. Clean sheets, he's up there, even though, like I said, he's only played half the season. There's that region goalkeeper again. Conceded per 90, we saw that 0.38. And 0.65 for Mateus, even though he had 20 appearances. That's pretty good. How good is this guy? Pretty good shot stopper. Okay, went all the way back down again. Expected goals. Van der Voort 0.7. Expected goals prevented. Hugo Souza, 2.22. 10. I mean, I'm assuming this guy didn't play much. No. He made 34 appearances. I guess he had to play much. He's going to get 10 goals prevented. So he's had a lot of shots on this goal, I'm assuming. I mean, for how few shots we had on our goal, that's pretty good expected goals prevented. Saves per 90, I doubt he had to make much. Van de Voort kind of up there. Expected saves per 90. Save percentage, this is the big one. He's actually didn't play enough to... I'm assuming he didn't play enough to qualify. Because he would be up there. Alright, so that's about it for the stats. I'm going to show the data hub real quick. The only thing I want to show, I'm not going to show the whole thing. I just want to show the goalkeepers. Talking about Hugo Souza. It didn't show his save percentage there, but he did have the best save percentage in the league. Van de Voort, close to 78 or so percent. And Hugo Souza comes in at nearly 88%. Little bit of an improvement. I don't know if we actually need another goalkeeper. Hugo Souza might be good enough. His advanced stats are pretty good too. Expected goals prevented, pretty high. Yeah. Obviously, passing is not going to be very good, but I don't really care. But yeah, it's pretty good. Hugo Souza might be our goalkeeper. If there's a reasonable option that's just a no-nonsense improvement, I'll still consider it. He is only on a backup contract, so we have that option available to us. But I'm going to go ahead and get to the end-of-season review, and we'll go through that. All right, time for the end-of-season review. And I like seeing 2 trophies on there. We're going in the right direction. Our first season here, even though we only played 4 games, our first season here we got 0 trophies. Our second season here we got 1 trophy. This season we get 2, so I'm assuming next year we're getting 3 trophies. Let's look at the new arrivals. Ronaldo, I think he's a pretty good arrival. Border only content. It's Cristiano Ronaldo for $6 million and $75K a week. I'd be pretty dang excited for that. Sesko, lower wage than I would have expected. What wage is he on? Pretty high, 50K. That's still pretty high. But Sesko was great for us. Bergman Johannesson, $15 million. That board love it. What's his wage? 26.5. That is a bargain. Hugo Souza played well. Board mostly happy with him. Xavi Simmons didn't play a whole lot, just a depth option. Rodrigo came in and didn't really play much. But we got him for nothing, so there's no problems there. Nuno Mendes played pretty well. I mean, not 7.07. It's not ridiculously exceptional, but for a competitive league, that's not bad. Made 44 appearances, so he's there every game left back. Paulinho, 8 goals in 19. I mean, we sold him for $14 million. You expect a little bit more than that for $14 million. He's not even young. He's 31 years old. Bruno Paz played all right. Where is this team? The Liga 3 relegation stage, Group 3. Okay. Rafael Camacho, just nothing sale. Yeah, mostly Mateus Reis played quite a bit, actually, for Almeria. I think they're in the 2nd Spanish league. Good to see him getting a lot of game time. Tavara didn't play a whole lot. $7.5 million for a player in the championship, I believe. You expect him to be played a little bit more. Castillo didn't play particularly well, but he played a lot for Empoli. Bale, I don't think, ever got a team. Yeah, no one ever signed Bale. Poor Bale. Loans out, I don't think there's anything significant here. And Nielsen, kind of the main one we brought in this season, loaned him back out to Ruka. Not the best performance, but he played a lot for him, so that's good. Season results, they wanted us to challenge. We did one better. We won it. Sesko, the top goal scorer. I mean, Benfica kind of choked there at the end. Mid-season, I mean, you can't be too unhappy with all those results. Mid-season, you can kind of tell a little bit of a drop in form between this Porto match and this Sporting match. Probably more points you'd like to drop if you're going to be the league champion, but we ended the season fantastically. Scoring goals, too. 5-3, 2-4, 5-4. Considering you had this stretch here, 1-1-0, 1 or 3, 1-2. Glad to see her scoring goals again. Champions League, they just want us to be competitive. We got to the quarterfinal. They should be very happy with that. They should understand we got knocked out by Liverpool. We beat Ajax, which was good to see. That's when we were in a bad spell of form. So that was a better win than it might look like. But we did get thumped by Liverpool, but basically everyone gets thumped by Liverpool. Taca de Portugal, they want us to reach the final. We went and won it. Pedro Mendes actually the top goal scorer. He did play like 3 matches and scored 6 goals. He was ridiculous in that competition. Against some lower sides, but he was still good. Ended it right, though. A 6-1 win. Allianz Cup, we got to the final. We lost it, but I didn't care. The board don't care either, so that's good to see. Super Taca, we lost to Sporting. They don't care either. I'd like to have it just for another trophy. That might be the 3rd trophy we get next season, but we'll see. Moments to remember was our 6-0 win over Benfica. I'd agree with that. Our biggest win. Match to remember was a 3-0 over Belenenses. I'd say this Benfica match also the match to remember. It was a heck of a match. Goal of the season was Abisher in the 52nd minute against Victoria Guimaraes in December. Check that out. Let's watch the goals. We'll skip over this first one. By Pedro Mendes in the Allianz Cup. So that's why a lot of backups. Can I go to the next one? Or let's watch it. Pretty simple goal there. But next one, supposedly goal of the season. Let's see it. So it's an interception, I'm assuming. Good tackle by whoever that is. Pedro Mendes again. Abisher. It's a pretty good shot. I don't know if it's goal of the season. Outside the box. I think we've had a few better ones, but I'll take it. Reputation hasn't changed. I expect a little bit, considering we got to the quarterfinal of the Champions League and won the league for back-to-back years. Sponsorship went up. Broadcast revenue actually went down. Corporate hospitality barely up. Competition prize money significantly. That is the difference between the Europa Conference League and the Champions League. $35 million. Matchday commercial went down a little bit. Merchandise sales. Ronaldo. That's not surprising. I'm going to steal Tabata's 7 from him next season. I just couldn't make the change this season, but sorry, Bruno. You're losing number 7. Tabata, Nunez, Sesko, and Bergman Johannesson. I like it. Let's see. Actually, going with our 4-2-3-1. We did probably play for the majority of the season, but I definitely liked our 4-1-2-1-2 at the end of the season there. But the lineup, pretty much what I'd pick as well. The accolades, manager of the year, and manager of the months. Sesko gets player of the season. Yeah, he was our leading goal scorer. He gets young player of the season as well. Signing of the season, Ronaldo. I think I'd have to agree with that. Sesko was our top goal scorer with 22 goals. Tabata had 21 assists. 8 player of the match for Sesko. Highest average rating. Most assists. Tabata sets the record. Worst discipline, Tabata. Highest transfer fee, obviously, for Sesko, but 22.5. That's not a whole lot of money for a guy that is as good right now and has as much potential as Benjamin Sesko has. Highest transfer fee we've ever received. That's the one good thing. We lost Nuno Mendes, but we got a crap ton of money. Oldest goal scorer, Ronaldo at 39 years old. Your hard work and effort paid off on the pitch, and such a feat didn't go unrewarded at our end-of-season awards ceremony. Once Sporting got rolling early in the season, it looked hard to stop them going on to this success. Sporting looked a class above the first couple of months of the season. Few will have expected this outcome, but they gave themselves a chance and reaped their rewards. We definitely started the season well. We started well and ended well. Just that middle of the season, not quite up to standard. Anything surprising here? Overall best 11. Ugarte in there. Why is Ugarte in there? Where is... No Nunez? You're going Ugarte Bergancha over and Abisher. Gonzalez on the right wing. I mean, I don't know why Ugarte and Bergancha are in there. Pauline, there's Pauline at defensive midfield, or at center back. That's kind of fair considering we don't really have a second good center back. Aguilar gets in there, Adon. Tomas up top. Let's see. Expectations, play attacking football. It's kind of the opposite of what I'm trying to do, but we score goals too. Qualify for the Champions League again. Thinking I can do that. And reach the group stage. I think I'm guaranteed to do that, so I think we're good there. Accept that vision. Training camp destination, where are we going? We can't go to the USA, so we are going to the USA. America number 1. Sesko, positive development. What a guy. I think that's about it. Start date, whatever. Team meeting, no, you don't need to say that. Who cares? But that's been a great season for us. Now I'm going to go through the team and show you kind of where I'm looking for going forward into this offseason, where we need to improve, and what players probably won't be coming back. So looking at the first team for next year, there's really only one position I absolutely, unequivocally have to get a replacement in, and that's at the second center back position. Inaccio's great. He scored a lot of goals for us. We saw how many corner goals we had. All that's in Inacio, but we need a partner behind him, next to him that's really good. Caceres, the only player in the starting lineup below a 7. He was the worst player in the lineup last year too. But him going to the bench, I think, is good for us. Him being on the bench, I think, is a good backup to have. That's the only position I feel like I have to improve. But other ones I'd look at, goalkeeper if the right player was available. But, I mean, I kind of like Hugo Souza. We saw some of his numbers. They were pretty good. Aguilar, another player that's been pretty good for us, but he is like 30, 31 years old. And if we could get an improvement, I wouldn't say no. And if we did, I might even ship him on. I don't know. Because Escaio has a little bit more versatility. So I'd like to keep him around. And he's homegrown at club. So, yeah. Might be doing something there right back. We'll see there. Left back, I feel pretty good with Bergman Johannesson and Vinagre. I'm going to give Gonzalez another year. I could try to improve on him this year, but I think he's got the quality. I think maybe just had a down season. I'll give him another season to prove he can do it or not. If he struggles again next season and can't seem to score, I will be looking to improve on him. But for now, he's going to pencil in there as the Mazzala. I'm going to stick with this 4-1-2-1-2. Ugarte's going to be his backup. Obviously, Polinia's going to stay. And once, what's his name? Eric Dyer comes in, he's going to be the backup defensive midfielder. So that'll be really good for us because we had, what's his name? Where is he? Dario Sugo. He was our kind of backup anchorman or defensive midfielder for that second half of the season because we didn't have enough midfielders. But now we'll have good depth there. The other position I might look to improve if I can find somebody is this deep-lying playmaker role. Nunez was good. Wasn't exceptional. So if I can improve on him, it'd be an option going forward. I mean, I'm happy with Tabata. He put in a great season for us. I don't see any reason to have to replace him. His contract is running out after next year, though, and we've wanted to negotiate a new deal, but he wants over $100K a week. That is not happening. I'm thinking 55 at most, maybe 60, but I'm not willing to go up to 100K. So hopefully his wage demands will go down at some point because I want to keep him here. He's been really good for us basically every season. And Sesko Ronaldo is going to be the dynamite strike partnership next season. Tomas is the backup. Another position I could look to improve is this backup attacking midfielder. Abisher is good, but he's not exceptional. So if I get a better backup, maybe that's something I'll look at. We have quite a bit of money and a lot of wage budget. In terms of other backup positions, I think Van de Voort, even though obviously we kind of blackballed him from the team, I think he's going to be our backup goalkeeper. He's still young. He's on cheap wages, on a backup contract, and he's better than Ribeiro. So I'm going to let my head do the talking there and keep him as the backup goalkeeper. Segovia is going to stay as the number 4. Vinagre, like I said, backup left back. Pedro Mendes, I think, is okay as our 4th striker. Could be another position if I can find a good, cheap option that's a little bit better, that he can come in and be the 4th option. And Xavi Simmons kind of being the dual midfielder that we need. In terms of players that might be leaving, Quaresma, maybe. He's only got a year left on his deal, and he's never going to be that good. Ditta, if we do get in another center back, which we better, Ditta's probably going to be leaving. Maybe Ribeiro. Estevez and Marsa definitely going to stay around. Isugo definitely going to stay around. The big one that might be leaving is Nuno Santos. He doesn't fit into this tactic. The only position he can play is left back. I don't really want to play him there. So Nuno Santos could be leaving at the end of the season. He's not homegrown or anything, so it's not a huge loss. And he's not even been good for us. He had 7.05 this season, but not very good last season. Decent for us this season, but a lot of that was in a pretty small stretch of games. Costa's obviously going to be leaving. He's going to Zenit. It's going to stay around as a backup. Rodrigo obviously is going to go back. Kolomuani, he can also be that 4th striker. So maybe we don't need one. Maybe between Kolomuani and Pedro Mendes will be good for a 4th striker. Plata, I believe, is leaving. He's, exploring his options. I don't know if I'd even want him back. I mean, he can play attacking midfield, but I don't know. If it's a cheap deal and he wants to come back, maybe I'll bring him back, but he could be leaving. Everyone else is pretty much going to stay. I don't think this club needs a major overhaul. Just needs strength at the center back position. And maybe a few more playmakers in the midfield and maybe a superstar right back. Pedro Porro would be perfect, but I think he's at Tottenham and they want like $100 million for him. He's being paid like $400K a week. I looked at his wages. It was absurd. Is that what it was? 400? Something like that. 300. 300K a week for Pedro Porro. That seems nuts to me. So he's never coming to our team because he's going to want wages. But yeah, that's what we're going to look for in the offseason. Hopefully we can make this team even better. Good enough that hopefully with a healthy Ronaldo, we can challenge some of the best teams in the league. And maybe I'm shooting for at least the semifinal of the Champions League next season. Just slight improvements each season until we get to the final. Maybe lose it the first season and then win it. I don't want this to have to take too long. I think with the players we have, especially the young players we have, like Ignacio, Johannesson, Sesko, like they're going to get even better. And they're already pretty good. So I think this team could definitely win a Champions League. It might take a few seasons, but I definitely think it's possible. We just need good people to come in and provide that depth and a little slight upgrades to the team. And that'll be it for this episode. Next episode, we will come back for the start of our 4th season, our 3rd full season at the club. Looking to see if we can push on from a lot of success this season. Maybe win the league a little bit more comfortably. But another league win, hopefully. Taca de Portugal, obviously we don't need to win it again, but I'd like to. And hopefully be even more competitive in the Champions League. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell? The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.